Now, clearly a lot of interesting things happening in Ethiopia. The airline, the national carrier in that country, plans to resume flying Boeing 787 Dreamliner jets on Saturday with a commercial flight between Addis Ababa and the Kenyan capital, Nairobi. Now, the resumption of operations comes just 3 months after all versions of the aircraft are grounded around the world after a series of battery-related faults. With the details, here is CCTV's Girum Chala once again.
This was the moment in history for both the Ethiopian Airlines and the Boeing company when the Africa's first 787 Dreamliner touched down in Bole International Airport in Addis Ababa. It was a proud moment for one Africa's most successful airlines and heralded a new phase for the industry and passengers. But then the heartbreaking incident on the battery on one of Japan-owned Dreamliners occurred, leading to the long grounding of these sophisticated big birds. Boeing has now announced that the battery problem is solved. That is also certified by the Federal Aviation Authority, FAA.
We made changes to the battery itself, and then the charger and how the battery and charger interact with each other. And then we added the enclosure around the whole battery. We applied more stringent testing criteria prior to delivery of the batteries.
To make sure the newly improved battery system of the Dreamliner is working, Boeing's engineers had to spend hours and hours of testing, not only to guarantee its performance much better than the failed ones, but also in quest of trying to understand its reaction to stress while flying under pressure. The result, according to Boeing, is beyond satisfactory.
I'm really pleased. I mean, this whole effort to develop the redesign, first understand the potential root causes and then develop the redesign for it, was one of the most amazing efforts I've seen the Boeing company do. We brought in people from all around the enterprise, from space, defense, satellites, and all sorts of experts.
Because 50 of the world's Dreamliners are grounded for a long time, passengers have developed a sense of doubt on whether these planes can be trusted. But Boeing says that was just an incident, and still these machines are the best in the business.
Well, we think it's a fabulous airplane. To date, more than 1 million people have flown on the Dreamliner. They've loved the experience. It's an airplane to passengers. It looks different on the inside with its new architecture, new features. It's an airplane that has features that will make you feel better at the end of the flight. So once this airplane gets back into service, once people are able to experience the Dreamliner experience, they'll love it.
Now, there is another task ahead for the company that manufactured these planes of replacing, adapting and modifying of the improved battery to each plane. Operators will also have to go through the same process. At the moment, many are wondering how Boeing is planning to compensate the airlines that were affected because the planes were grounded for almost 3 months.
We truly regret the impact that the temporary grounding of the fleet has had on our customers and their passengers. Unfortunately, the discussions we have over compensation are private between us and our airline customers, and we don't disclose those.
According to the Ethiopian Airlines, its Dreamliners will start flying back again, and the first post-grounding flight will probably be made next week to neighboring Nairobi, Kenya.
Dreamliners are the most environmentally friendly and less fuel-consuming planes in the world, with 20% less usage of fuel at a time. With all its reputation and excellent anticipated performances, the recent grounding of the aircrafts made almost everyone to doubt the safeness of these world-class flying machines. On the bright side, if things go as planned, Ethiopian Airlines will fly the Dreamliner on Saturday, the 27th of April 2013, to Nairobi, Kenya, for the first time in 3 months. Girum Chala, CCTV, Addis Ababa, Ethiopia.